What? Along with that pencil.
Afternoon show, we own the night. Champions scream under the light.
This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
Heroes fall and legends rise. Twist of fate in our eyes. Heads held high, never compromise.
What can I say? Mamba out.
Take the flight.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Afternoon Show presented by ESCN. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez and Jay McLovin. How's it going, guys?
Going pretty good.
It's about as good as the 14 hemorrhoids coming out of your butt there, Joe Blue.
All right, guys. Let's jump right into it. Let's jump into some NBA. Had a couple pretty decent games. First of all, I want to get you guys' thoughts on if you guys watched any of it and what you guys thought of the NBC broadcast. One thing I liked about it is that they're on regular TV, also on Peacock, but also on regular TV. So about anybody can watch it that wants to watch it. I don't understand why the viewership are down for regular TV programs, and they do a lot better with sports. So I don't know why they're not doing more live sports on the regular channels. I mean, I don't understand why Fox is putting the World Series, or not the World Series, but the playoff games on Fox Sports 1. Why not have them on the regular Fox channel? I
think the World Series, but yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that for the ALCS. But I think they will for the World Series.
Okay. Yeah,
A lot of people don't get Fox Sports 1.
No, a lot of people don't. I don't understand that. But the pre-show, their pre-game show, I wasn't really enthralled with it. I mean, not saying it's bad.
Who was all on it? I didn't see the pre.
The host is
I did watch some of the games. I watched some of the games, so I got to hear the commentators and stuff. But I didn't see a lot.
The host was Taylor, and I didn't watch a lot of it because I thought it was pretty dry for me. I watched just a couple minutes of it. I couldn't even give you all the names, to be honest. I just thought what I seen of it was pretty dry. I wasn't really impressed with that. The regular announcers they had and stuff were fine. The first game was a hell of a game, guys. It was a really good ball game. Jay, your thoughts? It was your Houston Rockets taking on the Thunder. Crazy ass game. Your thoughts on that game? Well, your thoughts on the broadcast and on that game?
Yeah, I never really like Gonzo. I think Gonzo kind of hit it when we were getting off the show the other day. We were talking about broadcasting just in general. I'm not a big fan of broadcasters. I sometimes I feel like they're too biased towards other teams. Tony, to be honest with you, so I don't like. I think Gonzo said the other day. I didn't even have the sound playing. I had music playing, and then I just had the game on the TV. And we were out by the swimming pool, so I watched it. I didn't really listen to it, but I will tell you what I did watch. What I did watch was Kevin Durant missed 3 damn 3-pointers. He was 0 for 3. And Kevin, one of the things you got to understand there, Killer, is that's why we brought you to the Rockets was 3-point shooting. Not that you're going to be a guy that attacks the paint, because that's not what you do. You're too skinny to attack the paint. But what you're supposed to do is facilitate the ball, take your 3-point shots, make them with the accuracy that we know you to do. And that's what we did. And he didn't do that in some cases, Tony. And that's kind of one thing that I took away from it was I felt like we lost that game by 1 point. Yes, we lost it in overtime. There's a lot of things I took away from it positively, right? I didn't know what this team was going to be. I didn't know what this team was going to be without Van Fleet for sure. And I thought that was a big piece of leadership that we lost when Van Fleet went down. But I was okay with them going against OKC. I mean, that is the defending champions. They didn't lose anybody, so it's still the defending champions. We lost to them by a point. We made it competitive, so at least we got that out of the way. That's good. But I just did, there are times when I need Kevin Durant to do superstar, elite, legendary type things. And one of them be making his damn 3-point shots, which is why we brought him in the first place.
Yeah. My thoughts real quick, and then Chris can go. Durant had 23. Sengun had 39. Sengun had a really good game. They
Yeah.
lost by one, like you said. Thunder Alexander had 35. Really showed up in the fourth quarter and in the overtimes. Holmgren had 28. I think Houston out rebounded them. They outshot them. I think the key to why they lost that game more than anything, they had 21 turnovers. I think that
Yeah.
really hurt them, and that could be because of the point guard situation. They're going to have to get that. There's only one game, and I thought they played pretty well. So I'm not down on them. I thought they played well, but I am worried about the point guard position. Chris, your thoughts on that game, and on the broadcast if you watched it.
Yeah, I didn't see like I said, I didn't see none of the pregame. I watched some of both games. I see all the whole game. Turnover hurt Houston. I watched a lot of basically the fourth quarter and most of the overtimes. I didn't see a lot of the first half of the game. I thought Durant played pretty good. Jay, I don't agree with you. I don't think the Rockets brought Kevin Durant over to hit 3-pointers. If that's why the Rockets brought Kevin Durant over, the Rockets management isn't smart because Kevin Durant is known for his mid-range shot. He ain't known for his 3-point shot. He can hit 3-pointers, but his sweet spot is that mid-range. So that's where he needs to be getting to his spots. But I thought Durant played good for his first game in Houston. Sengun had a hell of a game. He kept him in that game by hitting 6-7 3-pointers there early in the game. He especially because I hitting like every three threw up there early in that game. I saw a little bit of that. I was in and out early, but then I kind of sat down and watched toward the end. But no, I thought both teams looked pretty good. OKC got off to a slow start shooting the ball, especially SGA. But in the second half, his shot started falling more. And I thought OKC played a little bit better in the second half than what they did the first half. But it was good basketball game to kick things off with. I mean, go 2 overtimes and come down the end. I can't believe SGA missed as many free throws as he did. That dude's a 90% free throw shooter. Missed like 5 last night. Like, so that was kind of crazy because we watched him last year a lot, especially in the playoffs, and that dude never missed free throws. And he missed, I know, at least 4, maybe 5 last night. And a couple of them in overtime with the game on the line.
Yeah, it was a hell of an opening game. It was a lot of fun to watch.
I did like the commentary crew with Reggie and Jamal Crawford. I thought that went pretty well.
Okay, and that was what's his name? The main commentator. I can see him, but I can't remember his name.
I couldn't remember his name. That's why
Tirico?
I didn't mention it.
I think it's Tirico.
Yeah, Tirico. It was Mike Tirico. Yes, it was Mike Tirico.
Yeah, I've always liked him. So
because it was a little strange at first, because I don't think I've ever heard Mike Tirico call a basketball game. I've heard him call like every other sport I can think of. But I don't know if I've ever. I'm sure he's called a basketball game before. He's probably called one of the Olympic basketball games because he covers a lot of Olympics.
Yep.
But I don't think I've ever heard him call a basketball game. So at first it was a little different. But that dude, Mike Tirico's great at what he doing play-by-play. I have a lot of respect for him. But yeah, I thought Reggie and Crawford. I thought them 3 guys, especially first game together. I thought it flowed pretty good.
Jay, any more thoughts on this game before we go to the next one?
Yeah, I disagree with everything that Gonzo just said. Thank you. I'm just kidding. No, I gotta tell you though, honestly though, I was really happy with the amount of effort that Houston put up. I thought they helped them really nice, and I mean you're going up against the defending champs. It's a good way to start. I mean, obviously you want the win. You always want the win, but at least we didn't come out and just throw up a crappy game or get blown out. Or we went up. We came out and we fought. So we'll see where we go from here, and we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. But like Chris said, a couple overtime games. That's a good weekend. That's a real good weekend.
All right, guys. The next game was Golden State Warriors against the Los Angeles Lakers. Warriors hit 17 3-pointers in this game. Butler had 31. Curry had 23. Doncic had 43 for the Lakers. Reeves had 26. The Warriors seemed like they controlled most of this game. Seemed like they were up 6 to 8, 10 points most of the game, or at least what I watched of it. And most of what I seen was in the second half, in the fourth quarter. I think the Lakers miss LeBron, and I could they get in trouble with him being out a month? I mean, if you don't win a lot of games to start the season, you can get behind the 8 ball. Now, I guess they're part of their point of view. As long as we make the playoffs, we're good and got a shot. But this, I think, going to hurt their chances to be a top four team in the playoffs. I think they're going to be more 5, 6, 7 if somebody don't step up. Somebody's got to step up. And the new center that they got, I was not impressed with him at all. I expected more from him, but you guys' thoughts, Chris?
Yeah, I saw about the first half of this game. I think I've ended up falling asleep either during halftime or might have been during the third quarter. But I agree with what you said. What I saw the first half, Golden State had was controlling most of the game. They were keeping around a 5 to 8 point lead. But who was I going? Oh, with the Lakers, especially when you're missing LeBron, you basically have Luka, and yes, Austin Reeves is a good player, but Austin Reeves isn't a number 2. And if Austin Reeves has to be going to be your number 2, Lakers are going to be in trouble. So yeah, and the thing with LeBron James, they say it could be a month. It could be longer than that. With sciatica, that shit acts up when it wants to and stops when it wants to. Like there's no controlling. I mean, a sciatica episode, it could last 2 days. It could last a month and a half, where you're always in pain and got body parts numb and stuff, and then it might not bother you for a few weeks and it can come back. So you just never know. So that's going to be a tricky situation. And because I heard today that LeBron had already, prior to this, hadn't touched a basketball for a month because of it. And now they're talking about at least another month. So, I mean, that could end up being something that could bother him throughout the season. Yeah. It might not just be something that's bothering him now. So I think that's something to keep an eye on with LeBron James, because backs are touchy and sciatic nerves. Like you just never, like I said, you never know when it's going to act up and how bad it's going to be. Some days it can be real bad, and other days it don't bother you that much.
Yeah, it's a bad sign. I think this could be something very easily, like you said, that could affect them all season long. So yeah,
I will give Luka Doncic some credit, because everybody always wanted to hate on him. They don't play no defense. He for one, he has gotten in shape. He slimmed down a lot, and for two, he was given effort on defense, especially in the first half of what I saw. I didn't see the rest of the game, but what I saw, he was playing. I mean, he was giving effort on the defensive side, so that was good to see. And he has gotten shape. You could definitely tell a difference in his body from last year to this year.
Jay, your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, just kind of or add on to what you've already said is, I mean, he played 41 minutes. I mean, what is that? Fast basketball game is what, 48 minutes. So there's 7 minutes of the game that he wasn't on the floor out of the entire time. So 41 minutes. I mean, that's a lot. Even for a young guy, that's still a lot. And yes, you can definitely tell he's in shape. His free throw or his 3-point shooting could have did a little bit better. I think he went 2 for 10. But I mean, that was really the only weakness I saw out of Luka, was just maybe he could have did a little bit better job, doing that the 3-point line. But I mean, maybe that's just because he was tired when you're out there 41 minutes. So yeah, I agree with you, Chris. AR-15, I don't think he's really necessarily a number 2. I don't think this team really legitimately has a number 2 right now until LeBron comes back. I just don't think they have one. Maybe he can make Ayton a number 2. I don't know. I mean, he went 5 of 7. And I think he had 10 points. I think he had 6 rebounds. He was shooting the ball okay. But he didn't shoot it very many. 7 times? So maybe you're gonna have to get some of the people involved. Because I think Luka took 26, 27 shots.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody else. I think what did Hachimura get? I think he got 4 or 5 shots. So yeah, I mean, there's no legitimate number 2 at all on this team right now. It's just a bunch of role players and Luka until Bron gets back.
And then
That's what
I love Marcus Smart's effort, but that dude has to play under more control. He had like 4 fouls in the first half.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Well, and that's what teams are going to do. Luka may get a lot of games where he gets 43 points, but I don't know if they're going to win those games. I don't know if he has any help. So I think it could be tough times for the Lakers in this next month or so. I really do. It's only one game. I understand they could come out the next game and play incredible. So
Al Horford looked to fit in pretty good with Golden State.
yeah, I think that was a big pickup for Golden State.
I thought he fit in real well with Curry and Butler last night. So,
he's always been a team player, though. Like Al Horford, he never has been that guy that's all been about the me.
no.
I see him fitting in.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Boston let him get away. I guess they didn't have much choice. Guys, let's move on to some NFL. I got some top players of the week, and if you want to comment on some of them, or if you want to add somebody, feel free. First one I have is quarterback Joe Flacco, who was 31 of 47 for 342 yards and 3 touchdowns. Next up, I had Jonathan Taylor, running back for the Colts, 94 yards rushing, but 3 TDs, so he had another big game. Running back Christian McCaffrey for San Francisco, 129 yards rushing, 7 receptions for 72 yards, and 2 TDs. Next up, I had quarterback Bo Nix for Denver, had 279 yards throwing, 48 yards rushing, and 4 touchdowns. And
all that was in one
that
quarter.
was the fourth quarter. Yeah, that's completely crazy. Next up, I have wide receiver Jamar Chase, 16 receptions, 161 yards, and a touchdown for the Bengals. Next, I had quarterback Dak Prescott, 264 yards throwing and 3 touchdowns. I also had wide receiver CeeDee Lamb for Dallas, 5 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown. I had running back Jamar Gibbs for Detroit, 136 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. And the last one I had was wide receiver Devontae Smith, 9 receptions for 183 yards and a touchdown. Guys, any thoughts on any of these guys? And also, do you have any of you guys like to add to this list?
I just want to add one thing to it. Really, I just want to add McCaffrey. Jeez, man. Number one, I'm surprised he made it through the whole game without having an injury designation at the end of it. Because he's not known to actually, do that kind of work anymore, just given the workload he's been through in the past. So to see him go back to that type of workload that he's done in the past and do it very well. I mean, 72 yards receiving, what'd you say, almost 150 something odd yards rushing, right?
Had 129 yards rushing and 72. So he had 200 yards total. Well, Jay, if you look at their stats for this year, he's carrying the load all season long with all the injuries. He is their offense. So McCaffrey's one of these guys that if you're going to talk about somebody other than a quarterback for MVP, he's somebody you got to look at. Of course, I think Jonathan Taylor's somebody you got to look at too. I don't think a running back or a wide receiver is going to get it. There's a couple wide receivers who are playing great so far too. I think it's going to be a quarterback, but McCaffrey, I tell you what, if he can stay healthy, man, there's hardly anybody any better than him.
I would say Kyle Shanahan's got to be a little bit careful with that though, because he can't keep up that type of a workload and make it to the end. At some point he will break down. So they're gonna have to find a way to lessen that workload up off of him, so that way he can actually make it to the end of the season. That's something I would say about, I guess, caveat onto that.
Well, they did pick up a running back from Washington. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, it was Robinson, Brian Robinson, I think.
Yeah, I thought maybe that they would use him a little more, but so far they haven't. Maybe they will. Getting close to the middle of the season, maybe they will try to lessen McCaffrey's workload. Chris, any names stand out to
I don't
you
think
or
they-
anybody? Anybody you like
I
to
don't
add?
think they'll lessen his load. I don't think they'll lessen his load too much because if you look, other than last year, this has been about the kind of load he's got while he's been in San Francisco. He's even when they had Debo Samuel and them guys there, it still all ran through McCaffrey. Last year he started off the beginning of the season hurt and didn't get in until later in the year, so he almost had kind of almost a season off, a little bit of a season off last year. So as well. So, but yeah, so I mean, that's the way they've used him since they got him. Since they got him, he's been their workhorse. Jackson Smith Najigma from Seattle. That dude has been killing it. He's had 3 games in a row over 100 yards and a touchdown, and he killed it on Monday night in that game against the Texans. So I'd be one guy. I'd be definitely a guy that stood out to me, and then Daniel Jones. I mean, hell, he only threw like 3 or 4 incomplete passes, had 2 touchdowns, and threw for close to 300 yards. So you have to have, but the whole Colts offense, really, we've been so consistent on offense. We scored over 30 points every game. I think, but one? I think there's only one game we haven't been over 30 something points. We're averaging like 33 points a game. So
Yeah, they're playing really more about the defense a little bit, but offense knocking it out of the park.
We get healthy. We get healthy. Our cornerbacks get healthy on defense. I think we'll be all right. We've had a lot of injuries to our defensive backs.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I think you guys are doing great. Daniel Jones, I mean, you're still like a number 2 team in the division, but yeah, you're doing all right. You'll be all right.
Better than being the number 4 team in the division.
It's hard being number 4 when you look up and see all those people.
And actually, we have the best record in the NFL.
I mean, I would too if I played garbage teams. Just saying.
Yeah, at least we can beat garbage teams.
Oh, he can't say that now. He can't say that now. Honestly, the 2 wins the 2 big ones we've got. A lot of people say they're nobodies, but they're both like 5-2. The San Diego and Denver.
Funny.
So
Everybody wants to talk about how good the Chargers are and how good Denver are until they want to talk about how bad or how the Colts aren't no good. Then they want to say them teams aren't no good.
yeah. And like I said,
that is the path in which it seems to be taking all the time.
yeah.
But in all honesty, I mean,
I do got one quick question, Dad. Maybe you know. Why the hell are the Colts playing at 4:30 again this week at home?
I don't know. I hadn't even looked at the time. I figured it was a 1:00 game.
Yeah, we play Tennessee at home and it's at 4:30. I thought it was 1:00, and today somebody asked me what time the Colts played next week. And I said, well, I'm assuming it'd be 1 because that's what time we usually always play, especially at home. And I looked. And next week we play at 1 at the Steelers, but this week at home against Tennessee we play at 4:30.
I don't know. That is weird. Yeah, I don't know.
We've had more 4:00 games this year than I can ever remember. This will be our second, third one.
Yep.
Well, I think there's is there 3 teams I think that are on a bye this week, right?
Probably. At least 3.
I had a lot of players that were on buys this week, so I was like, man, it must be more than a normal number of teams on buys.
Yeah, Joe mentioned the kicker from Dallas. He is having an outstanding season, man. I think Aubrey. He's outstanding. He's really good. He's a big weapon for Dallas, and it could make a difference for Dallas. I mean, he could. I mean, if Dallas can get things defensively straightened out, he could be a big weapon for Dallas going forward. No doubt about it. guys, I'm ready to do some hot seat questions for you. I've got about 8 of them here, and
Okay.
we'll start off right with an NBA one. What NBA team, in your opinion, will not do as well as people are thinking that they will? Is there a team in your mind? Hey, yeah, everybody's talking about this team. They're going to be one of the best teams in the NBA, but you're not buying it. You don't think that they will by the end of the year. Jay?
I'm gonna roll with Dallas. For me, and I think the reason why I say in Dallas is I want to see how well Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving play without getting injured, and do they make it to the whole season? So for me, it's Dallas would be mine, and it's just more of an injury. Can they avoid the injury bug?
Okay. For me, some people are still pretty high on Milwaukee, and I know they got Turner, and I guess we'll see how that works out. But I don't think there'll be a top 3 or 4 team in the division. So I don't think that they go very far. And then the other one, because of the injuries, because a lot of people are still high on the Lakers. I'm not. I think they're going to be a 7th or 8th seed. And so I'm not real high on the Lakers. Chris?
Yeah.
The New York Knicks.
Okay.
I think they made a big mistake. You make it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and you get rid of the coach that you're a good coach that has turned them around and got them to that point. And now you're starting over with another coach that's not proven that he's been able to win a championship or anything. So yeah, I could see New York team not having the year this year like they did last year, and a lot of people think they're the team to beat in the East.
Hey,
I
guys.
go against Pops too, because I know Pops had picked New York, didn't you, Tony, to do great things?
Yeah, I did. I had them in the. I didn't have them going to the finals. I had them going to the conference finals, but not making it to the championship. So if I remember, I had Cleveland and Oklahoma, and Oklahoma winning.
Right.
When you fire a coach to make the players on the team happy, that usually don't work out well for you.
It never does.
It's possible. Okay, guys. My next question is a MLB question, and you give me a prediction. Who do you think is going to win the World Series MVP?
Gee, that's
easy.
a good one.
If the Dodgers win, it's going to be Ohtani because every baseball writer has his blank in his mouth. So yeah, it'll be Ohtani.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Snell. I'm gonna
go with if it's pitching, I think Yamamoto does the best job in this. I'm gonna go with Yamamoto. Yeah.
And if
I'm gonna go Yamamoto.
And if Toronto wins it, I'm gonna go with Fry Guerrero.
Either Guerrero or Springer.
I'm going to go with Springer because Springer tends to play his best baseball when the most is on the line, and I think we saw that when he hit that game go-ahead home run. So he does his best when he's under pressure. So I'm going to go Springer on that one as well.
Vlad Jr. has been having a good playoffs too. So either one of them, I think it wouldn't surprise me. Either one of them.
Yeah.
My next question.
Oh, you know who else can get it though for the Dodgers? Who's underrated? That's why I don't think he'll get it. Because it's underrated. Is that Kiki Hernandez? That dude always comes up with some clutch hits, or he has this postseason. This postseason, he has come up with some clutch hits for that organization.
Yes, he has. Next up, guys, NFL questions. Does the Vikings make a mistake letting Sam Darnold go? I 100% definitely think that they made a huge mistake, in my opinion. Chris?
Yeah, I think they made a huge mistake. I mean, we might turn out to be wrong. It's hard to know for 100% sure just because we ain't been able to see McCarthy but 2 games. But out of those 2 games, he played good for about a quarter and a half. But I mean, I think McCarthy's going to end up being good. But you have a quarterback that wins you 14 games. You have to keep him in the building. and then you see what Darnold has went on somewhere else to do. So I think Darnold's proven it wasn't just a 1 year fluke. So yeah, I think that they've made a big mistake.
Jay?
Yeah, I've said since day one that I didn't think McCarthy was the guy, that I felt like Sam Darnold was the guy. And then they got rid of Sam Darnold, and it's not that I don't think McCarthy's played bad, but I just don't think he was the guy. I think Sam Darnold clearly was the guy. He had no problems running that offense. Everybody benefited off of him being there. Statistically speaking, everybody benefited from him being there. So yeah, I think it was I've said it was a mistake for them to let him go.
Okay, guys, my next question is NFL. Does Kansas City Chiefs win their division this year? Chris?
Oh man, that's a tough one. There's a couple other pretty good teams in that division, but neither one of them have been playing great. I mean, Denver had to score 33 points in the fourth quarter to beat the Giants, and the Chargers look like the best team in the NFL the first 2 weeks, but since then have kind of struggled and had some injuries. I'm gonna say the Chiefs do win that division. Chiefs are starting to play a little bit better football over the last couple of weeks. They've looked a lot better than they did the first few games. Yes, I'm gonna say the Chiefs are going to win that division.
Yeah, I think they're going to come back and win it, even though they got a couple of teams in front of them right now. I agree with you. I think, and the biggest reason I think the Kansas City will win it, I'm not convinced on San Diego's and Denver's offense. Their offenses have not been consistent. So I think that's something. Kansas City's offense is getting better, and they got a solid defense. So, and Kansas City's been there in these tough situations before. So yeah, I think Kansas City comes back and gets the division. Jay?
Yeah, I'm right there with Joe. I'm taking Denver. I don't know what happened in that Denver Giants game, but Lucy, something seems a little off there about that fourth quarter. I'm just saying, I ain't never seen a team struggle or whatever, and all of a sudden, within the last 15 minutes, they just look like the best thing since Jesus walked the earth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how all of a sudden just what something everybody's like looks on at the same time. Just a little suspect that fourth quarter. I'm just saying. I'd say a half, but a quarter. I don't know, man. That just seems a little better friendly in some kind of way there. I don't know. It's weird. A little weird, Tony. A little weird.
Yeah.
I don't really look at that Denver. I put that off to the side like that game didn't happen because I don't know what was going on with that, but it was not. There was some ethical stuff weird going on there. I don't quite get it. But anyway, no, I'm gonna roll with Denver on this one. I don't think Rashee Rice, even though they did get the win when he came back and he was the key guy for them getting that win. But I'm still not fully in that Chiefs defense. Nah, I'm not. I'm Pacheco, that run game in Kansas City. I'm not completely buying it. So I'm still going to roll with Denver right now for that division.
AFC West must be the worst division in football. If a trash team like Denver is going to win that division, because I was just told that all the Colts have beat is trash teams.
Okay.
So that was one of those games where like it was shaved, but it was just shaved a little bit better.
Okay. All right, guys, let's move on. My next question is another NFL question. In your opinion, right now, at this moment, best team in the AFC, best team in the NFC? Jay?
Oh man, it's gonna hurt me to say this one because I don't want to blow up Chris's head any more than it's already blown up. I'll probably will right now ride the Colts on it, man. I think right now that team is playing good at all aspects of the game. There's no controversies. There's no toxicities in the locker room. Everybody seems to be singing Kumbaya, and everybody seems to be on the right page. Tyler Warren seems to be the next coming of the next great tight end. We've had the Gronkowskis and the Kelseys, I guess, and the Laportas of Detroit. I guess now we're going to get the Tyler Warren era of tight end, which is fine. Hey, good for him and good for Daniel Jones to find the security blanket. Both of them are doing well with each other. So I'm gonna go. I'm right now, man. Hey, I think it's hard to say that Kansas City, or not Kansas City, that it's hard to say that Indianapolis Colts aren't the best team right now on the AFC side, just with the way they're playing. And it hurts me to say that, but that's just the truth of the matter.
Yep. What about NFC?
On the NFC side right now, that's a little bit trickier because the tight end or Tampa Bay just seems, the injury bug hit them. If it had not been for all the injuries on that offense, I would say Tampa Bay because I love the way Baker Mayfield is playing. This is probably the best version of Baker I've ever seen, and he really is a top 5 quarterback in the league. I just the way he's playing is incredible. But it's just his team has been decimated with injuries, and it's just nothing he can do about it. So for that reason, I'm going to roll right now with Detroit in the NFC side. I think Detroit's got the number right now. They seem to be another team that's clicking on all levels of the game, and Jahmyr Gibbs is just playing out of his mind.
Yeah, I agree, Jay. I think you got to go with the Colts at number 1 right now. I think they're playing the best football in the AFC, maybe all football, but definitely in the AFC. NFC, it's tough. I've got the Rams and I got Detroit, and I'm 50-50 both ways. I don't know which one to pick.
Yeah.
Detroit's got some injuries right now at their defensive backs, and they're playing a lot of rookies. So right now, right this minute, by the end of the season, I'll probably go with Detroit. But right now, I'm going to go with the Rams just because of Detroit's injuries in the backfield. In the defensive backs. Chris?
NFC, Los Angeles Rams. But I've been high on them since before the season. They were my pick to win, to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. But Matthew Stafford is playing real well. They'll get Nakua will be coming back, but even without Nakua, they have Devontae Adams and as well. So they got some weapons, and that young defense is just getting better and better. I really like the Rams out of the NFC, and then AFC Indianapolis Colts.
Okay,
we've been the most. I think we've been the most consistent team in all of football, but especially the AFC, and hopefully we can keep it up. But yeah, I'd say the Colts and Rams.
Okay. My next question is an NFL question, guys. The Carolina Panthers are 4-3. They beat Atlanta, Dallas, the Jets, and Miami. Them are the teams that he beat for the 4 wins. They've won 3 in a row. In those 3 games, they average over 193 yards rushing per game. Are they for real? Chris?
Depends what you mean by for real. I think they're better than what people think they are. Do I think they're going to win that division? No.
Can they? Okay, let me ask you this: can they win 8 games?
I think they could win 8 games. The only thing that worries me a little bit about that is they got to learn is if they can learn to play on the road. Because if you look, they're good. They play really good at home, but then they ain't been playing good, very good on the road. Their splits from home and away are pretty alarming. But if they can turn that around and win some games on the road, I do think they're an 8-win team because they got some talent there. They're better than what people think. And Bryce Young is starting to progress a little bit. You're seeing some progression in him. So yeah, I like the direction that the Panther team's moving.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah, in terms of Carolina, man, is that what we're talking about? Carolina? Yeah, Carolina is that bad? I mean, honestly, I had them bad coming into the season. I had them ranked as dog garbage, and they have beaten some decent teams. I mean, Dallas is a 500 team right now, so they beat a 500 team. I think Atlanta is close to being a 500 team. Maybe I forget, maybe like 3 and 4.
They're 500.
Yeah. So they've beaten 2 500 teams and then 2 under 500 teams. So, I mean, progressively have they gotten better since they were, let's say, last year? I think they're better than where they were last year. So that progressively shows that they have shown growth and they have shown improvement. I mean, we're not gonna go out of our minds and say that they're, a playoff team. I think that'd be crazy to say they're playoff. But to say that they're not a team that's showing growth and trending in a better direction than they were last year, then yeah, they're definitely doing way better than they were last year. That's for sure. So yeah, I'd give them that. But they still got some ways to grow in that organization.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think they're definitely trending in the right direction. I think the quarterback is playing better. Not playing great, but he's playing better. He's not having not when you don't have a lot of turnovers. They seem like they can stay in the game, and there is a big difference at them at home than on the road. But I like the direction that they're going, and if that running game keeps running like that, that's going to keep them in ball games. If they can run for 190 yards a game, you're going to be in the ball game.
You know what's crazy to me is the fact that if Baker and company doesn't find a way to resolve those injuries or minimize those injuries, there is a case that Carolina could take over first place. They're only a game back right now.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't know when Bucky Irvin plans to come back, or Mike Evans I think is completely done, or Godwin when he plans to come back, or they plan to bring in Tyler Lockett. But if Tampa wants to hold on to that number one spot, they're going to have to fix that out. Otherwise, Carolina could possibly challenge them for it. Possibly.
Something that ain't been mentioned. Carolina has a good defense. Their defense isn't bad. Their defense is ranked like 7th in the NFL. Like they have a good defense. So if the offense can just figure out how not to turn the ball over on the road, they can cause some problems, but they got to do it consistently on the road, and they haven't proved that to me. At home, they've looked real good.
Frankie, you got any thoughts on Carolina?
No, we smoked them, so that pretty much sums it up right there. We smoked them. I mean, I heard what Jay said, but I mean, at that time the Cowboys wasn't 500. Their defense isn't up to par. I mean, last week they just snuck by. It looked like they were about to lose last week, and then they beat Miami. Like everyone is beating Miami today. But I hear what Gonzo said. I mean, their defense is good, and we've seen it, and we've seen that their running game could be as good as well if Chuba Hubbard can stay healthy. But other than that, I mean, I don't. What's his name? Bryce Young. He's playing at a phenomenal level than he did last year. That's all I can say. Other than that, I don't think Carolina is going to do much. Is it a step forward from last year? Absolutely, 100%. They got more wins than they did last year, but it's a slow process. They're in a rebuild mode, but they're looking good as of right now for a team that should have been mediocre and, not being looked at.
Yeah, I agree. I got one last question, guys, and then I'm going to go first because I'm going to have to get out of here in a couple minutes. Can the Cowboys catch the Eagles? The Cowboys are 3-1. The Eagles are 5-2, and the Eagles have lost, I believe, 2 out of their last 3. In my opinion, if the Cowboys defense can step up a little bit, not saying they're not going to turn into a great defense overnight, but they've got to step up and not give up the big plays. If they cannot give up the big plays, they have a good enough offense to be able to play with anybody. And yeah, I think they could catch the Eagles. The way the Eagles are playing right now, I think they could catch the Eagles. I'm not going to say they will, but I think they can. Chris, what do you think?
I don't think they can. I don't trust that defense to be able to win it. That's going to be able to win enough games. I think the Eagles will get it figured out on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, that's what they did. Like last year, everybody talked about all year how their offense was broken, and we saw what they ended up doing toward the end of the season. And I actually think Dallas is the 3rd best team in that division. So yeah, I don't think Dallas will catch them.
Yeah, I thought that too because of Washington, but with Jalen Daniels going down, I think that's going to hurt him because he's going to miss some games. So that could make a difference. We'll see. Jay,
I think Chris wasn't loved as a child. I think that's what I feel. I feel like there was a lot of hate thrown his way, so he's just spewing all kinds of hate at me today. It's okay. No, in all seriousness, I'm curious to see what the Eagles do and how Brandon Graham, who's been on the couch for about 7 weeks, I'm curious to see how Brandon Graham performs over there with the Eagles. But as I've always said, I felt like the Eagles defense, all they're really lacking right now is leadership. I felt like they lost a lot of leadership over that offseason, which has kind of hurt them, I think, this year. And one of those leaders was Brandon Graham. The other one was Garner Johnson. They both like to talk a lot of smack, and they could back it up, and they played during that Eagles season. And they don't have that right now. And maybe Brandon Graham will be the first start of getting that swag back to the defense. In terms of the Cowboys, man, I don't know, man. We play hot one week, we play cold the next week. So I still don't really know what this Cowboys team is. We did get CeeDee Lamb back. We did destroy the Redskins, but I mean, you can make the argument that the Redskins were injury riddled, which they were. So you can even take that game out of the equation. I don't know where we're going to wind up. I don't know if we're going to wind up at the top. I don't know if we're wind up at the bottom. It's hard to say. I don't think the Redskins are going to be the factor. I think it's going to come down to either us or the Eagles. And the only reason I say that is I feel like the Redskins don't have enough. They have too many injuries to really make a difference over there. And I don't know how long Jaden Daniels is going to be riding the pine. So it's going to come down to us and the Eagles. And it really just comes down to who can figure out their stuff before the other. And both teams have their issues when it comes to consistently winning and consistently playing well. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know at this point.
Hey, Joe, to be honest with you, when I said that Dallas was probably the third team in that division, I messed up because I wasn't even thinking about Washington. I was thinking the Giants was the team I was thinking of.
I was waiting for my turn to say that. I was gonna be like,
I think the Giants are going to end up being the second best team in that division by the end of the season. I think the Giants are a lot better than what people think.
I'd leave too, Tony. I wouldn't want to listen to that bullshit.
I love the fact that Tony, I get that he has to go, but then he has, before he goes, he's like, Chris, give me your thoughts. Jay, give me your thoughts. And then just like leaves and say, fuck Frankie's thoughts. It's cool. It's cool, Tony. My thought on that is I agree with Chris, and it's no knock to Joe and it's no knock to Jay. Nothing bad on the couch. It's based on your defense. Your offense is there. Your offense is always there. It's your defense. And what we've seen out of the last couple of weeks from the Giants adding, having Jackson Dart become the starter had made the Giants look like a contender team. Now, last week was kind of like I laughed at it because, I have a friend that's a Giants fan, so I laugh at his face because no team has ever let another team score 33 points in one quarter.
Yeah.
So that, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if they just let their foot off the pedal and just said, I think we're going to win this, because you did see Jackson Dart on the field, on the sideline after he got that last touchdown screaming, we're going to win. There's a thing that Bill Belichick's always said. You ain't win until that clock hits zero. All right. Yes. There's always time on that clock. It don't matter what it is. It could be 15 seconds. It could be 20 seconds. It don't matter. It just takes one beautiful pass to get into field goal range and get them to win. And that's what happened with the Giants. But in other news, I do feel like that the Giants are the third best team in that division. You could say second. I'm not going to say that, though, because Jaden Daniels isn't going to be hurt the whole year. Terry McLaurin's not going to be hurt the whole year. Debo Samuels was just hurt that one game. I expecting him to be back next week. So I expect the Washington Commanders, not the Washington Redskins, to get back into form. Now, am I going to sit here and say that the Cowboys can catch up to the Eagles? No, I absolutely. And it's no knock on you guys. It's no knock on you guys. I just do not think right now defensively the Cowboys cannot catch up to Philadelphia. And Jay is right. How is Brandon Graham's coming back going to look? I feel like he's going to get back into the rhythm. I honestly do. He's going to have to shake off that rust and stuff. But he was just there literally last year. I don't think that they changed the entire defensive playbook, just for him to learn a whole new thing. It's going to be the same thing for him. Leadership they definitely need on that defense. And Jay's right. They lost a lot of leadership last year, including Milton Williams. I wanted to throw that name out there because we have him. He's one of the big pieces in that defensive lineman that they had last year on the leadership. So having Brandon Graham come back could change that leadership on the defensive part. But as a topic that we're saying, can the Cowboys catch up to the Eagles with a 3-3-1 record? It's kind of hard. But I just don't think defensively they can.
Yeah, I mean, hey, one thing for sure, man, we're gonna find out because we still gotta play the Eagles again. I'm curious to see how that's gonna go down. The first one when the Cowboys played the Eagles, it was we were both playing sloppy. It was week one, a lot of things left and right. So I'm curious to see what a now well acclimated team is gonna look like when we play the Eagles. It should be interesting.
And Joe, you are right. Washington defense did give up 44 points, and you guys were all over them. But you also got to look at it as well. If Jaden Daniels didn't get hurt, if Terry McLaurin was in there, if Debo Samuel, like if Jaden Daniels had all his weapons around him, he would have, they would have probably kept up with you guys, and it would have probably been a closer game. It wouldn't have been like a 44 to something. It would have probably been like a 3-point game, a high scoring game, obviously, because both defenses was bad. The one thing that stopped the Redskins, or you got me calling them the Redskins now. The one thing that stopped the Commanders from scoring a lot was they didn't have the wide receiver weapons, and the only thing that the Dallas Cowboys needed to do was stop the run, and that's exactly what they did. They stopped the run all game, and trust me, I have the Commanders running back on my fantasy. I know. So having 14 carries and 30 something rushing yards is not going to help you, and you can't change. Like there's a thing called that Jay always says: if you have the running game, you're going to have the passing game, and it's going to be, hard for the defense to keep up with that. The Cowboys or the Commanders don't have a passing game. All they got is a running game right now.
Yeah, and it's not like they had the stud running back. Who do they? Who's their running back anyway?
It's that rookie. I don't. He's got like.
It was Eckler he went down with injury.
Yeah, no, it's the rookie that they got in the draft. I have him on my fantasy. I just don't know his full name.
Yeah, he's got that weird Crochet or Bobby something, Margaret Crochet or a Bobby Boucher or I don't know, some kind of weird last name. So I'm thinking, hey, just out of curiosity, this is the top 25 people on the rankings. Tell me who you think gets traded before the trade deadline. Number 1, Trey Hendrickson. Number 2, Jaden Waddle. Number 3, Breece Hall. Number 4, Rick Woolen, the cornerback out of Seattle. Jacoby Myers, Mark Andrews, Chris Olave, Jalen Phillips, Alante Taylor, the cornerback out of the Saints, Jermaine Johnson, the edge rusher, Logan Wilson, the linebacker, Michael Carter, the second cornerback out of Jets, Arden Key, Roger McCreary, Chig Okonakoa, some tight end out of Titans. Jesus. Arnold, Beckety, whatever. Some edge rusher out of the Falcons. Good Lord, man. Yeah, that's a hard name to pronounce. Braxton Jones, the offensive tackle from the Bears at 17. 18 is Kinsley Nagbear, the edge rusher out of the Packers.
Jay, could you just give us like the top 5 names? Why you guys give us like all these 20 names that we're supposed to remember? You don't even know some of their names.
The bottoms don't really matter. I mean, now you're down to like Jerome Fords and Christian Harris's. Do you see any of those guys? That's the top 25. Do you see any of those?
25? I thought it was 20. Oh my god!
I thought I was giving you the top 25 free agents available, or not free agents, but the top 25 highest.
I forgot the top 3.
Do you remember who the top 4 were?
I heard Hendrickson, I heard Hall, I heard Waddle and Myers.
and Woolen. See? That top 5 guys, so there. Yeah. That's why I don't like dealing with freaking Indianapolis Colt fans. They're dicks. So I put that damn horseshoe right in their forehead.
There's 2 names in that top 5. I'm not gonna say top 25. There's 2 names in the top 5 that I can see get like traded. I believe Breece Hall might get traded, and everybody's gonna be shocked about that. But if you look at it, the Jets are 0-7. You got to look at something in the future. You got to get some type of package in return for your future. I think Breece Hall is gonna get traded, and I do think Jacoby Myers will get traded because news did come out again that he's aggressively pushing for his trade out of Vegas.
I would be too.
Chris Olave, I think he just he just had a restructured deal. I don't know if he's gonna go anywhere.
I think Myers or Waddle.
Waddle, ooh, my wife will be pissed. I don't understand why Miami will get rid of Waddle. Like he's your one go-to guy now that Tyreek Hill's gone.
Unless they feel like they're edging towards a rebuild, and that's why they haven't gotten rid of McDaniel yet. Maybe they're going to ride his ass out to the end, get that number 1 draft pick, bring in a new coach, and go from there. You know what I mean?
Do you really need all that though, Jay and Chris? Like, do you like if I'm the Miami Dolphins, do you really need all that, or do you look at it and say, let's go look for a new quarterback? Because I feel like
That's what I think they need to do is get a new quarterback.
yeah, all the concussions Tua has taken in the last 2 years, last year alone, all those concussions he had, I feel like he's not fully there anymore.
Who's the top quarterback right now coming out of the draft?
How many coaches are you going to get to try to fix Tua? I mean, you had Flores. That didn't work with Tua. Flores was too mean. Now you have McDaniels. It seems like McDaniels is too nice. So, I mean, to me, the common denominator is the quarterback.
Yeah, you can't get Bill Belichick in there because he'll just cut Tua out of the team.
If Bill Belichick went there, Ewers would already be starting.
Yeah, he would.
Serious, no, yeah, I'm serious. I mean, he'd probably already be starting, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, is there really anybody in those free agents that a team would go after and try to pursue? I just don't know if there's anybody there.
You think Justin Fields will get traded? I mean, no, their owner said it'd be nice if they could just complete a pass. So I mean,
that would look good if they did. He said that would be a good look.
I think the Giants should trade away Russell Wilson.
They could send him over to the Jets.
Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to trade you to the Jets. Get out of our locker room. Go on the other side of the
Go
building.
to the other locker room.
Go to the other side of the building where the Jets are green.
Come out of that blue and go right into green. Not even like a good green, like a scrappy looking green.
It's the type of green that you don't want to buy if you're a marijuana smoker. Like it's that dirt green, that mid seedy stemmy shit that Jay normally gets, and he gets high off of it because he doesn't smoke.
Anywho, but yeah, so those are the ones available, and as you can see, it was not a very good. I would say this: the Cowboys. I have seen the Cowboys have had conversations with the Raiders for Max Crosby. We could easily flip those 2 first-rounders from Green Bay and land his butt. He's 28 years old. The Dallas Cowboys need a pass rush. I would be happy with it. How would that affect the Cowboys, you think?
Chris, you want to take this first, or should I go and be angry and mean about this?
Oh, you can go. You can go ahead. Actually, I got to go. So I will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, Chris.
All right, be good, brother.
All right, later, man.
Yeah, I don't think that the Cowboys. I mean, it'll be a good fit for you guys, Jay. No doubt about it. That's kind of like, having Micah Parsons back. Chris, get out of the stream. You're still in here. Chris, we can see. We see you getting dressed. Ladies and gentlemen, he's still in our background. He still has not turned off his computer. He didn't turn off.
If he still trying to dress it, I'm gonna click him back in. I was gonna see how far he goes.
No, but it definitely add the whole of losing Michael Parsons. I think for you guys, I just think it will work well in your favor. But yeah. I guarantee that Max Crosby is going to have a say. I feel like they're going to go up to Max Crosby and say, hey, how would you feel about us trading you to the Cowboys in return? You've been so faithful to us as a franchise. Like, we can get this in return for you. You can play well over there and help their defense. They are a 500 team. You will be playing in the NFC East. How would this work out for you? And I feel like Max Crosby will look at it and say, and it's nothing bad on you guys. I just feel like as him being so faithful to the Raiders that I feel like he would say, no, I don't want to go there. I want to stay. I don't think the Raiders will want to get rid of Max Crosby. I look at Max Crosby as the Raiders franchise guy. And he just got paid a shit ton of money. I don't think they're going to want to get rid of him that quick.
I don't know. I hear you, but I would be surprised if they give him two. Well, I mean, it is Green Bay's first round pick, so it's not like they're going to be super high, right?
Right.
So yeah, I get that. We'll have to wait because the other one would be that they could go out there and trade for Hendrickson, but I don't know if. Well, I don't know if the Bengals are going to want to let him go. They're just paying him $30 million. I felt like they were going to let him go. They'd already let him go by now. What do you think? Do you think Trey Hendrickson would be available?
I don't think so. I've heard many reports from Bengals that they're not even trying to pick up phone calls for Trey Hendrickson. I feel like they want to keep him there. It's kind of like you guys and when you have Michael Parsons, like Michael wanted to go, but Jerry was really stiff and stern, saying, we're gonna keep him. He's gonna be happy, and then but it's different over there in Cincy. He did get his money, and he hasn't had the opportunity yet this season to show what he's shown last year because of injury-related problems. I don't think he will go anywhere. And I think that the Bengals are really firm on that. I think their feet are on the ground on literally not letting him go, which is okay. Yeah, it's totally okay on Cincinnati's part because you got Joe Burrow on injured. So if you got Joe Burrow injured, you got Trey injured. I feel like right now, since he's just looking at it as let's ride the Joe Flacco train and whatever happens, we'll be 100% next year to compete again. And real quick, Joe, I want to put this back out there because I want Jay to understand this too. And Jay's more understandable than Joe. And I get why Joe wants a Super Bowl this year because it's been so long. It's been 30 years or whatever that you guys haven't seen a ring. And I'm not trying to knock on you guys. I don't want Joe coming in the comment trying to freaking say something. It's not no knock. I'm trying to educate you real quick. Now, you're saying you want Jerry to let those draft picks go and you don't want him to save them because you want a Super Bowl this year. Jay, you know this. This is football 101 draft IQ type thing. What's more important, letting those draft picks go now to not having them in the future so you can win a Super Bowl now, or saving those draft picks and getting a future, like your future players, to build up for many Super Bowls to come in the years to follow?
Yeah. Whether you use the picks now or whether you use the picks later, Max Crosby, just getting Max Crosby is not going to be enough to get us to the Super Bowl. It would certainly be a help, but it wouldn't be everything. But Joe, again, those picks are low. I mean, it's Green Bay. You're probably looking at like 3, maybe 24, Frankie, maybe 25, somewhere around that neighborhood. So, I mean, it's not like you're getting creme de la creme picks. So, I mean, I'm not trying to save those picks. I would use those picks, honestly.
Well, if you look at it, Jay, right? If you guys have a bad year, right now you're currently looking at like a top 10 draft pick right now with a 3-3-1 record. So you got a top 10 draft pick right now. You'll have a high 20, maybe mid 20 draft pick again in the first round. That pick that you guys got from Green Bay, who says Jerry Jones can't flip that and trade that?
Yeah, who's to say he could? But I mean, that's just not how Jerry operates, though.
Or how about this, Jay? Then just hear me out. Take those 2 first-round draft picks, and you end up with the number 1 overall pick.
I mean, and again, if they want to pack that in there for that, that's fine. I just think my point is I don't think there's one player out there that's going to just resurrect this team into a Super Bowl. That's a whole complex conversation. But, I mean, if we want to have that conversation, Max Crosby, he's a proven winner. He's just as good at the pass rush as what Michael Parsons was. I mean, they're both high-caliber guys. So, I mean, and if you use the draft picks in the draft, you don't know if you're going to get a bust. You don't know if you're going to get a high-quality player. There's no way of knowing. Taco, we got that dude Taco, whatever his name was in the first round last year or year before. And that dude, I don't even know where he's at. I mean, is he even in the football league anymore? Taco, whatever his name was, that defensive tackle. I can't remember. You know who the guy I'm talking about. That dude ain't nowhere to be found. So, I mean, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work, but at least with Max Crosby, it's going to work because you know what you have in the guy.
Hey, never say rookies will not help you right away. Because look at what Jaden Daniels did last year as a rookie with the Washington Commanders. He got them to the NFC Championship game. Look at what C.J. Stroud did with the Houston Texans when he was a rookie. He got them far deep into the playoffs. Look at what Drake May's not a rookie.
Charleston.
Taco Charleston.
That just tells you everything. But
yeah, I was about to say, if a parent names you Taco Charleston, you already know you suck at anything.
I'm just saying. They didn't do that man a whole lot of favors, But Frankie, it really just, man, it's so hard to say, man. It's that Cowboys got a lot of issues. They got a lot of needs. Not a lot. I didn't say a lot. Most of our needs are on the defensive side of the life, right? We got secondary issues. That's really where a lot of we've kind of addressed our run issues, but we have secondary issues. We have pass rush issues. Those are our two biggest things. So Max Crosby does help with the pass rush, and that could affect the secondary as well. If you get the quarterback off balance, that could be a step in helping the quarterback. So I don't know, Frankie. Are my expectations a Super Bowl this year? No. Can we benefit off having Crosby? Yes. Is there a guarantee in them 2 damn picks we got from Green Bay? Fuck no.
Well, I will say this: draft picks might not help because of rookies coming in and not looking good. It takes some time to learn and develop. But what also help is cap space. And you guys always do have cap space. Sometimes you guys have cap space. But what does Jerry Jones do with that cap space? He gives it to players that are already on the team.
I think right now we're at $31 million in cap is where we are.
See, so instead of him giving so much money to many players on that team, like a long snapper or a punter, instead of giving it to those guys, how about you go out and you look for some key players in positions that are needed? You really need to start paying it. If I'm Jerry Jones, I need to start paying attention to media outlets, because they're basically telling you what position you need, and you're not listening. All you care about is going on social media yourself, talking about your team and how well your team is going to be and how fine you guys are going to be. But you're not listening to what people that are outside the front office, seeing what's wrong with your franchise. They're trying to help you over the social media part and telling you what you need, and you don't want to listen to it. I have a man right next to me that's been a Cowboy fan all his life. He's over 50 years old. All his life, in the last 30 years, he has been stressed and trying to tell Jerry Jones what's going on, and Jerry Jones isn't listening. Jay has been a Cowboys fan all his life. He's been on a podcast for about 10 years now, Jay, that you've almost been podcasting, and you've been
it's a long time, ain't it?
Yeah, it's been a long time, because me and you already passed 5 years together. So I don't know how long you've been doing it before I met you, but if you're out there talking about Jerry Jones and what's going on with the Cowboy, why the hell isn't he paying attention? Stop worrying about what you're saying and start worrying about what other people are saying to benefit your franchise. Stop having Stephen A. Smith come out and laughing at you on First Take, and then you want to go and be buddies.
I never understood that one. I don't know how you can hold your tongue when Stephen A. is just bashing you left and right. It makes me sick just hearing Stephen A. But Jerry, I guess the power of that money is more power than Stephen A. can bring. So maybe that's the issue. I don't have enough money, so it irritates me. I guess that's the issue. What a time to be alive. But we do got to get out of here because I got another show coming up here in a little bit. But hey, if you like today's stuff, and Foxborough Frankie and Gonzo and Tony, thank you, Joe, for hanging out with us, man, and commenting. It's your boy, Jay McLevin. We will be back tomorrow at the same time, man. Your boy, Jay McLevin, and Foxborough Frankie saying deuces.
Go Pats.